The prosecution in the Sean Diddy Combs trial is wrapping up their case with more freak-off videos. Prosecutors are showing the jury those videos along with travel records, hotel invoices, and money transfers. They're trying to show the sexual acts in the videos are the result of a coordinated criminal activity by Combs and multiple people who worked for him. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. ABC's Rena Roy and legal contributor Shauna Lloyd are outside that courthouse in New York with the latest. So, Rena, what's happening with these videos and these various documents the prosecution's trying to show now?
Yeah, well, Diane, I can tell you that the jury seems a bit tired. They seem a bit tuned out today. As you pointed out, they are seeing this mountain of evidence from this Homeland Security agent who is back on the stand today. So far, they have seen hotel and travel records. They've seen money transfers. They are now seeing text messages as well between Combs and his ex-girlfriend, known as Jane, as well as his former chief of staff, Christina Quorum, whose name has come up, as we know at this point, multiple times in this trial. Now, as you said, they have also really been focused on showing the jury today videos of those drug-fueled sex performances. At one point, they watched more than 40 minutes of that footage, and they seemed checked out during that as well, pretty serious and pretty stoic. Now, federal prosecutors pointed out that they have identified more than 40 sexual performances that took place from 2021 to 2024, but with Combs and male escorts and his ex-girlfriends, including Jane. They were known as freak-offs, hotel nights, or wild king nights. And there was one including just weeks before Combs's arrest there. So federal prosecutors are trying to use this evidence to prove to the jury that Combs used the help of his associates to traffic Jane. Diane.
Shauna, the prosecution's expected to rest tomorrow. Do you think they've done enough up until this point to prove the sex trafficking and racketeering charges?
Diane, I don't think they've done enough to prove it without a reasonable doubt. I think that there are a number of areas within the RICO charge showing that conspiracy with the others. I think also the idea that the willingness on the part of Jane is also within question. So there are definitely some elements that leave room for reasonable doubt.
Shauna, the defense says it won't call any witnesses. Do you think that means that they see the government case as weak, or that they're not confident in the witnesses they were planning to call?
Well, remember, Diane, that it is the federal prosecution's burden. They must prove their case beyond a reasonable doubt. So you, as a defense member, when you feel as though they have not done that, you are better off allowing very minimal witnesses and culling back your witness list to ensure that you don't add anything to the case that you don't want there. So I think that they feel as though there's enough room for reasonable doubt. Therefore, there's no need to put on a significant amount of witnesses.
Rena, what are you watching for next?
Well, Diane, the prosecution is expected to rest as early as tomorrow, as soon as this Homeland Security agent is off the stand. From there, because as we know, the defense is not calling any witnesses, but they will be admitting some evidence into the record. We don't know exactly how long that will take, but we are expecting closing arguments to potentially begin as early as Thursday. From there, the jury will get instructions and start deliberations, Diane.
All right, Rena Roy, Shauna Lloyd, thank you both. And for more on the Combs trial, catch the ABC News Live show Burden of Proof, the case against Diddy, every night at 5:30 p.m. Eastern.